So I've been thinking about what my biggest fear is, and I was asked it the other day, and so it's been on my mind. I don't usually like to even allow myself to go there, just because I'm a Christian woman, and it's my faith to trust that no matter what happens in my life, or you know any kind of surrounding circumstances, that they will always be used for my good. And so this has been a hard one for me to be able to answer and to go there. And so today, after dropping off Matthew at the airport, I started thinking, my biggest fear is being down the road, looking back, and having this feeling of regret, knowing that I let up. And that may not make sense right now, but I'll explain what I mean through a short story about my past. I played fast pitch softball from the time that I was a very young little girl, all the way up into my first year of college. And I had a partial scholarship to college. It wasn't a big college, but I was a pretty good player, good enough that I could get a partial scholarship anyway. And it was getting pretty hard in college. I was a catcher most of the years that I played growing up, and when I went to college, I found that I was having a hard time tracking the ball. I didn't find out till years later I actually have a vision issue that contributed to that. But nonetheless, I was having a harder time tracking it, so I wasn't doing as good of a job as a catcher, as the balls were getting quicker and they were breaking more. And so anyway, I ended up pretty much becoming like one of the designated hitters on the team. One thing I was good at was hitting pretty consistently. And I'm giving that background because it'll catch up here in just a moment in the story. After my first full year of playing on the team, heading into the next school year, that summer I got in a car accident. And I had already been in a couple of car accidents, before I even hit the age of 18. So, it messed with me pretty good. I had whiplash. I ended up leaving a job that I had because it was a pretty physical job, working in group events, carrying trays and other heavy things. And, I started looking at, gosh, I've got to start training again, and it's going to be really hard. And, I don't think I even allowed myself to really recognize what was going on, but I was giving myself an out, an excuse to let up for going back on the team again. And my coach, I remember she asked me, "You're coming back, right?" And I told her no, I didn't think I was well enough for it. I was, dealing with my back issues. And that was the end of my softball career, which was a big, big part of who I was, and it developed me and my character and who I became. And, I can look back on it more honestly now, but for years I didn't want to face that truth, that it wasn't because I had this bad neck and back problem, which was a story I'd told people for a long time, of why I stopped playing. It was just part of half of the truth, okay, which it wasn't the truth. And so I don't want to find myself, when it comes to what I've committed to here and now, to be this story down the road of, I let up and I could have done better and I didn't give my best. And maybe just me getting that out right here and now and sharing it with the world is going to be the one thing that holds me accountable to that I'm not going to let up this time. I'm going to follow it through. I'm going to do this way better than anything I've ever done, because I'm going to give it my all. And no matter what happens, it will work out for my good. Good will come from it, and those who are along the path with me, they will be blessed by it as well. And so I can rest in knowing that. And because I know that, I can go with this with everything I've got. So I guess that's it. So much for that fear. See ya.